magnificent Bible. There's no nonsense in that Bible, but he hated the Christian church. He was a Hermetist. So was Thomas Paine, so was Benjamin Franklin, so was Washington, all of those guys. So for all these churchgoers, they say, we need to bring our country, America, back to its Christian foundations. Bullshit. It was Hermetic. It's Hermetic from the start. It was a republic. The Christian bullshit that came after, that's the 1981 Act when they founded DC, when these guys founded their corporation on that republic, that Hermetic republic. Andrew Jackson was a Hermetist. He killed the banks, remember? That's on his grave. Yeah, they were into science. They weren't into this church-going buffoonery. Leonardo da Vinci said, if you find from your own experience that something is a fact and it contradicts what some authority has written down, then you must abandon the authority and base your reasoning on your own findings. What does that mean? We need to lose the opinions, leave them at the door. Don't be burdened with opinions, guys. Either it's truth or it's not truth. Yes, I know truth is on different levels, but truth is a vibration of light. And everything is light. So there is truth. Yeah. And you've got it. And it resonates with you and you know it when you find it. You will know the truth and the truth will set you free. Joseph Kennedy, father of JFK. 50 men have run America, and that's a high figure. I wonder who those 50 criminals are. I wonder whether their mothers are proud of them for all the crimes, like George Bush. Would his mother be? Yeah, she would. Yeah, the whole family would be proud, like the Rothschild dynasty mother who said, if my son didn't want wars, there wouldn't be wars. What sick entities like these. I'm not making any of these up. These are quotes from men that know. You can write me off as, oh, you're right, you don't know, Santos, fair enough. But I'm talking from men that know that are saying this. Just something of encouragement. The Hopi elders say, all that we do now must be done in a sacred manner and in celebration because we are the ones we have been waiting for. That's why you're here, and that's why you want to do something about remedies. Because we are the ones we've been waiting for. Okay, we've had a crack at this. We've had a crack at being free. Check out the Bogomils in the Dark Ages, the Huguenots, the Lollards, the Socinians, the Collegians, the Albigenses, the Cathars. I mean, I can go on and on and on. They murdered and killed these guys, Giordano Bruno, Campanella, Pietro Carnesecchi, Boethius, Hypatia, Thomas More. I mean, how many of our brothers have been killed as martyrs because these guys? And you know, they did things in style, guys. You know, they don't just get rid of you. You know what I mean? In a nice manner. They used to do this sort of stuff. They would torture people. The horror. You see, because what they do, this system, they keep you in fear mode. How much fear is it? People are choking on fear. There's not much love. Turn on the TV, oh, there's a war in Libya, there's a suicide bomber killed 50, babies were killed, blood, war, more war, banks are going. Ugh. Do you turn the TV on anymore? Forget it. Those talking heads, how much money are they getting to talk shit to the Australian people? Absolute putrid lies, these idiots. I don't know how they go to sleep at night. Those reporters, they're not reporters. That is more like entertainment. That is entertainment at its lowest vibration. Absolute animal. And the churches, We need to bust the churches. They're not so pristine after all. Well, I've got plenty of dirt on them. And just check out my astrotheology videos and you'll know that the whole thing is a corrupted science. It was a beautiful science that we once had on this planet. And long time ago, let's go back probably 4,000 to 5,000 years ago. The indigenous wisdom keepers of Egypt tell us that the age of Amun began, the age of darkness, the age of hiddenness. And that happened down here in good old Egypt. So we can go back, there were 7 world powers, okay? There were 7 world powers. They're all basically the same entity, these 7 world powers. Because what's a world power? What's an empire? It's a corporation. It's a corpse. You can't go and find... Where's the government, right? They've got buildings, but is that a government? No. They've got talking heads, they've got idiots that tell lies on the Rothschild-controlled media all day long. Is that the government? No, they're just people who work for the government. What's the government? You said it. It's a bit of paper, is it? I don't know. It's an invisible thing. It's the government, right? And we're scared of it. And it's a corporation. So that's what Rome is the current world power. Absolutely rules the world. How does it do it? How does it do it? Well, it does it by stealth. You don't know it's ruling, and most of your educated fat head disease types, they're preaching parrot fashion, repeating the rubbish that they teach in their universities and institutions, all run by the Vatican. They wouldn't. People who come out of those institutions, they wouldn't know this. They laugh at you. Rome, still ruling. Oh yeah. Well, check out the Senate when the idiot Barack Obama is standing there and he's got the gold trim American flag behind him, the Catholic corporate flag, and 8-foot tall fasci of Rome, one on his left, one on his right, and that's Rome telling you, hey man, we rule your ass. And the Americans are, we're a free country and Barack Obama is a democratic. Democracy's mob rule. Just check out what Thomas Jefferson had to say about it. It's mob rule. Where's the republics? You see, good old Rome is just the 7th incarnation of Assyria, Greece, Babylon, Medo-Persia, and Egypt. They were world powers. But wasn't Egypt the light of the world? Oh yes, it was. We're talking thousands of years ago. Now, Rome doesn't tell you that Egypt was around 60,000 years ago. You can't know that. And yet the indigenous wisdom keepers are telling you that. If you come to this country and the Aborigines say, we've been here for X amount of years, and you say, no, you haven't, we're going to rewrite that 200 years or whatever. Does that gel? Does that hold water? No, it doesn't. If the indigenous wisdom keepers tell you that they go back 65,000 years in this current consciousness wave, then what's Rome telling us that the pyramids and everything were built only 4,000 years ago? Check out the work of Robert Schoch, John Anthony West, Graham Hancock, Robert Bauval. Check out all those guys, what they know. Stephen Miller. I'm going to Egypt in October to talk there, to do some presentations with the Commission School of Ancient Mysticism. The flyers are at the front. And they are the indigenous wisdom keepers. So, but what happened 4,000 or 5,000 years ago was a lot of corruption over here, the Amun priesthood, which has now morphed into the little country up here in the hills in the Alps called Switzerland. Schwesterland, the land of the sisters. Who would those sisters be, I wonder? Because Swiss comes from les sœurs d'ici. Sœur, I got that wrong, haven't I? My French is not too good. But les sœurs, the sisters of Isis. those banksters that got corrupt, the priesthood of Amun-Ra. And Akhenaten tried to change all that, Akhenaten, 3,500 years ago in the 18th dynasty. But the corruption was so heavy, these guys controlled the Suez Canal. Suez Canal. Zeus. Backward. Zeus backwards. They controlled the trading here. Then there was the Phoenicians over here. And check out the work of David Icke because he's spot on the money. You know how he's gone around and he's discovered the Phoenician connection. You know that flag, the flag that the British use? What's that one called? Yeah, well anyway, they've got the Union Jack, but they've got this flag too, yeah? Right? The Knights Templar flag and everything like that. That comes from Phoenicia, these guys, right here. These guys here were very into commerce. You see, when you go to court today, you're doing commerce. It's all about commerce. These guys, the Phoenicians, the word phony, you know, when someone's a phony, that comes from Phoenicia, because they are phonies. And you get phonetics, language, because these were the alphabet people, right? They gave the alphabet, the current form of alphabet, went to Greece and then Rome, but it comes from Phoenicia, Tyre. This city was so dangerous that the Assyrians and the Babylonians and the Greeks everybody hated these people. They were killers. They used to do tin trading with England. Thousands of years ago, 3,000 years ago. There's evidence that they went to the Americas, these people. They controlled the whole Mediterranean. They set up Carthage. Rome destroyed Carthage because of these bastards. Sennacherib, a king of Assyria, and Esarhaddon, his son, and Ashurbanipal, 2,700 years ago, had a go at destroying Tyre. They had a city out in the Mediterranean Sea, and there was a causeway and all the boats came here. They controlled the seas, commerce. This is where our commerce comes from. Then Nebuchadnezzar destroyed it after Sennacherib, Esarhaddon, and Ashurbanipal had a go. Then Alexander the Great dealt with them. We're talking big rulers that tried to get rid of these people because they were controlling everything. They controlled all of this, Sicily. The Greeks controlled this part. They controlled many cities. Eventually they came over here to Venice. And the Phoenicians are the Venetians. I hope I've spelt that right. Venetians, Phoenicians, these are the black nobility. When Rome was sacked, most of them went here. And where did they found Venice? On the water. Just like they did. Copycats, aren't they? Same people. And these guys, then they married into all the royal bloodlines, the blue bloods in Europe with their money.